Are you sitting comfortably?
The Doctor Who Alhambra Podcast.
Kind of.
Real Doctor Who fans
Then I shall begin.
with real Doctor Who opinions.
Hang on, let me try again. I'm rusty on this. Somewhere, the skies are on fire and the seas asleep. Rivers dream, there are people made of smoke and cities made of song. Somewhere, there is injustice to fight. Somewhere, there is evil to be stopped. And somewhere, the tea is getting cold. Or for 2026, the iced lattes are getting warm. Come on, gentlemen. We've got work to do. Welcome one and all, to the Doctor Who Alhambra Podcast, episode 401. Returning after a very, very long hiatus is myself, Legion. I am joined by Liam.
Hello.
And the captain who writes this ship of insanity is Brett.
Hey, hello. Did you know, I'm not 100% sure, I think you have not been on at least 100 of these episodes.
I did try and keep trying to convince him, but he just wouldn't.
I know. No, it's a long time since I've been on. It's 2024 the last time I was on.
I think we should. I think this should sort of end now, and I think we should just go forward as we mean to carry on. So, to be honest, so
yeah, I've come back for 30 seconds, and there we go. That's the podcast dead.
Yeah, because I don't. Were you with us when we reviewed the Wild Blue Yonder?
No.
The Giggle or whatnot. So yeah, you have not been
2023
since 2023, and probably around the 290 or so of the podcast. So you have not been on for at least 100 episodes.
Yeah, Leach.
No.
Yeah,
I know. I do this though, don't I?
You do.
Yes, you do.
And
you both went, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what I've been doing lately? Because I've been struggling to I've kind of recorded some solo ones, but I just haven't had the heart to do it or to upload them. And so I just end up deleting them. And what I've done is I've gone back and I've found some of the files that I didn't scrap from some of the shows and re-edited some of our older shows to make them sound a lot better, because now I have a little bit more knowledge and know-how on how to edit and how to, some of these plugins that I didn't either A, have, or B, I was using incorrectly. And so I have not gone silent, but I have upscaled some of our older episodes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah,
that is really cool. But yeah, it's been a wild couple of years.
Yeah,
like genuinely wild couple of years. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I had to pack it in when I moved back in with my parents, which is not something you want to do when you're in your mid-30s. But
no.
I needed to at the time. I then bought a house, which I've been in now for over a year.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. February last year.
Wow. God, I'm good.
Yeah, I put the offer
That only feels like 6 months ago you moved in.
Oh, tell me about it.
Crazy.
Olivia's 10.
I know.
Wow.
The last time I was recording this, she was 7.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because you were talking about the prison keystering.
Yeah,
Captain Jack.
Yep.
So do you know I fell out with Captain Jack. He really annoyed me, and then I'm now very much back in love with John Barrowman.
Do you know? I'll tell you who I have fallen out with in a major way. RTD.
I was going to say, it's not RTD by any chance, is it?
Oh.
Yes. Completely.
That's a good segue. It's almost like you planned it.
Segue. Wow. All right. Well, with this show, we will talk about the RTD Bad Wolf Fallout. I think we have some stuff to get caught up on with Legion and some with Liam. over, the specials, because I think this all ties into not only the specials, but also ties into, the first and second season of the 15th Doctor as well, too, as well as I'm going to say this, and I've done some research. I might be incorrect on some of these things, but either, and this is also giving Liam possible, further, ammunition to go hard and whatnot.
Hang on,
but
why is it just me?
Because you're a really angry man.
Why is it just me?
Did you not get kind of warned by Legion on our text message? Save it for the show. Save it for the show. Like you have been like a bulldog ready to just attack. So
because you really pissed me off.
I know. So here's the thing, because
you're hiding it well.
I understand, but here's the thing that I've been going through some research and kind of seeing what he said and some of the things that, YouTubers have been reported on and podcasters have been reported on. And one thing that I'd like to, pose is either A, he's very egotistical, which I think that is a true thing. But B, I think he lies a lot.
He's just on and I think we said this before a little bit with Moffat towards the end and Chibnall, that that I think, both of them were on a bit of a power trip. More Chibnall than, say, Moffat. Mm-hmm. But RTD has just taken it to a whole new goddamn level.
Yeah.
I'm really, really disappointed in RTD. Like, I am so pissed off.
Okay, here's where I'd like to go. Let's start off with, the three of us have not talked about this. I'm pretty sure, Liam, you and Legion have talked about season 1, season 2. Nothing was recorded or whatnot. But here's my question to you. Season 1, season 2, how do you think, personally, Legion, because we haven't not had your perspective on the podcast, how do you think both of those went? As well as the special, we can throw in viewing figures, which again, inaccurate but accurate, but also do go down to making decisions and stuff like that, as well as the whole Disney snafu. I mean, there's so many things to discuss and cover, but where would you like to start? Because I think we do need to get your perspective on the season 1, season 2, and the specials, on how they went, what issues that you had, which could lead into further discussions.
Okay, right. Are you ready? You're gonna get a classic Legion's soapbox.
All right.
So let's go back to 2023. So I was really happy that we were getting David Tennant back. I mean, we spoke about it when it got announced that RTD was coming back, because that was in 2022. And we spoke about that. And the 60th anniversary came around, and the 3 episodes were, The Giggle, Wild Blue Yonder, and Star Beast. Yeah, thank you, Liam. And I thought they were excellent. It was a 10th Doctor who's a bit more world weary. The 14th Doctor. Donna back, loved it. I really like Wild Blue Yonder. Like, it was proper scary.
Yes, you and me. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like really, really creepy Who. These were the first ones that I could watch with my daughter together, and she was of an age where she enjoyed them. And we watched the 3 episodes, and it was really good. Like, apart from the whole Mavity thing in Wild Blue Yonder, which hasn't been resolved, we'll come back to that.
Black Isaac Newton.
I mean, kind of
Black Isaac Newton.
Kind of has, kind of hasn't, because of the reality war and the universe being shifted a degree to the left, or some bollocks.
Some bollocks. But it was really, really good. Even the Giggle was pretty good. Up until Bi-Generation.
Yeah.
And I think that's when the legs started to come off the table. And that happened, and I went, oh, do you know what? Okay, I can live with that. DT's got his own thing to do. Shooty's now the Doctor. There's two of them about. They could get DT back at any point. Gave him a happy ending. Fixed all his angst.
Yeah, more ways than one, right?
Give him a happy ending.
Yeah.
Gotta love the racial power couple. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. And then we went on to series 1. And Space Babies.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Space Babies is an interesting beast, isn't it? Because of it being babies in space with a giant effing snot monster. Not the best start.
No.
And then we went on to the one with Jinx Monsoon as the villain. Nothing wrong with Jinx Monsoon. Everything wrong with the story and the dance thing at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, it's been such a while since I watched season 1. Boom was next. Boom was absolutely bloody fantastic. I loved Boom.
Best episode, I think, of the season and the series.
Well, I think that and one other episode are very, very interesting. So Boom was flipping phenomenal. We got acting chops of Ncuti Gatwa going really, really well.
And it was dark.
It was very dark, yeah.
And I'm like, why couldn't we just have a whole season of just this? Like, come on, give me a more edgy Doctor.
It's 45 minutes of standing on a bomb.
And
what one came after Boom?
72 bloody yards.
Oh, God, 72 yards.
What a mess.
It was weird.
What a mess.
It was weird, 72 yards. But, you've got an 8-episode season. You cannot afford to have a Doctor-like episode in such a short season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that.
Then we had Dot and Bubble. Was it Dot and Bubble?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, Dot and Bubble.
Dot and Bubble, I absolutely loved.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was good.
I watched it with Olivia.
Uh-huh.
And, at the end of it, she just sat back and went, well, why was everybody white? And I went, for a 7-year-old, when you're like, that's very observant of you.
I mean, props to her for noticing. For me personally, I would have loved it had they just not included like the racism or whatnot. I felt as though it was such a good social commentary.
Yes, it was. Dependence on social media.
Correct.
Yeah.
But why did we have to have a secondary message? And to me, that's what spoiled Dot and Bubble, is it was doing a good job.
Do one, do the other, don't overcrowd it.
Correct.
I get that. I really do get that. But I think Dot and Bubble was great. The story after that, Rogue, that's the next story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I like Jonathan Groff, but, I quite like Frozen, so that's where I know him from. I am not going to shirk away from the fact that I am a Disney princess. I liked Rogue, but I thought it was just, you're just like, no, you're trying to outdo my man, Mr. JB himself, and the Doctor's a one-man man or woman.
It's not even that. It's just like, why do we need an explicitly gay kind of episode? The Doctor has never been,
because at the time
has never been,
when we get to the end of the series run through, I think this needs discussing. But then we had the finale, and let's move on from that.
Well,
then
you don't want to tackle The Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire of Death.
It was nice to have Gabriel Wolf back.
It was nice to have Gabriel Wolf back, but the story was nonsensical.
Yeah.
The ending was crap, and it's basically they're gone, oh, do you know what? Millie Gibson's not working for us anymore. Bye! And that was just pissing in the wind because it led to nowhere. Then we had the Christmas special, which Nicola Coughlan is a very attractive woman. Nobody can deny that fact. You know, that's a reason to watch that episode alone. I have not finished that episode yet.
Really?
Really.
What?
I
Because
found it so boring.
Because I will tell you, I think Joy to the World is so much better than Church on Ruby Road.
I just found it really dull.
I mean, there was. I will give you some dull points or whatnot.
Yeah, there were bits
and
of it that was...
the main character, I feel as though you just felt bad for her the whole time.
Do you know who I felt bad for? Was Anita. I didn't feel bad for her. I felt bad. I felt bad for Anita.
Anita was a fantastic character.
Like,
yeah, she was.
She should have been the companion. Not
absolutely
not Joy.
Yeah, should have kept Anita and not. I mean, I think Varada Sethu did really well with what she was given.
Oh yeah, completely.
But again, I think they should have kept Anita.
Again, I think they personally that they did Millie, Varada.
They did Millie dirty.
Well, not
Varada
only that, but...
and who played Anita dirty. I think personally, it just.
Well, and I'm trying to figure out, do I like Joy to the World? Is it the better story? Or first off, I did not like the singing trolls from Church on Ruby Road. I found them obnoxious. But also, am I also disliking the Church on Ruby Road because the, moments where Ruby would be paused and there'd be snow all falling around.
Oh my God, that led to nowhere.
I know.
Well, led to nowhere.
Literally led to nowhere.
Well, what's the special thing about Ruby? She's adopted.
So why is it snowing in the fucking TARDIS?
So why is it snowing? Yes, she found a birth mother. Was her birth mother a fucking troll from Nordic parts?
Probably.
No, she wasn't. She was just a lovely looking lady from London.
And then who decided to go out in the early 2000s, to go out, by the way, in a cloak at night, right? So what was she doing? Some sort of like emo goth phase in her 20s? Like, come on, what the fuck was that about? And then she stands there and points at a sign with no one around. Like, come on. Are you like what are you doing? Are you autistic? Like, what's going on here?
Don't you randomly just point at signs when no one's around?
What a lovely sign.
What a lovely sign. Look, that sign here has a road name on.
Yeah. It's red. I love red.
So, yeah.
Oh my God.
Ridiculous.
What was that about? Like, why?
But then, right, so we've done Series 1, we've done the special, we've done Series 1. This is my candid 30-second.
Uh-huh.
Let's go on to Series 2.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember any of their names.
The Robot Revolution episode
Robot Revolution.
1.
Right, okay. I'm gonna summarize. Let's go forward. I'm gonna summarize these in one sentence or less.
Okay.
Robot Revolution. I like Belinda. I don't like the story.
Mm-hmm.
I felt as though they tried to do. Sorry, I thought they tried to do for Robot Revolution. What is it? What Day on the Moon or the first one with Martha?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smith and Jones.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Then we had Lux. I thought Lux was good.
Remind me, what was Lux again?
Really good.
Lux was
the animated one.
The animated one.
Oh, one in the cinema.
The very meta one where he took the piss out of fans.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that could have been good, but to me it fell flat.
I need to do the novelization. I see what you did there. Was it a bit two-dimensional?
I mean, I will tell you, at times in that story, Belinda's character was two-dimensional.
Did it flatline? But anyway.
Such a good 12th Doctor.
What was the next one?
The Well.
The Well.
The Well was good. That's a sequel to Midnight. That was I enjoyed that.
And I liked what's her face?
Rose
Rose Elling Elliot.
Ellen Ellis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ellen Ellis as she's a really good actress.
My only thing regarding her, because I have seen her in some other stuff, and she acted so much better in anything else that I've seen her in than in The Well. I feel as though the direction or the story had her acting like a moaning baby. Because
so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to slay me for saying this, and I've only been back 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
They needed some virtue casting, and they gave her this, and she was wasted on it because it's written by someone who doesn't understand deafness.
No.
And she was absolutely wasted.
Yeah.
She, and she's a really, really good actress. And the story was crap. Then we had...
Just one second. I want to bounce this off too, because I don't like Midnight. To me, it is. I'm one of those broken people who everybody likes Midnight, and I get bored by the entirety of the whole thing.
I think this was better.
The
than
Well,
Midnight.
yes, the Well was made Midnight actually so much better. I like the whole, it's something's behind you or something like that. I did appreciate that. Again, Rose Ailing Ellis could have been better, but her whininess that don't talk behind your back, I can't hear you, blah blah blah, and it's just like, okay, somebody should have, the doctor should have, or somebody should have just said, hey, we're kind of wondering why you're the only one left alive. You're kind of suspicious here. We're trying to, somebody should have said something.
Yes, they should.
Instead of just leaving her to cry.
Yeah. And then being knobs to her. And I get that. But and then we come to the next recording.
Lucky Day.
Lucky Day. The next Dr. Light episode. You cannot do a Dr. Light episode when you've only got 8 episodes a bloody season. It does not work. I know Shootigat was a very in-demand actor. You cannot, with such a short season, have an episode where your main 2 characters of this season appear for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. And it was a virtue signaling again about the manosphere, and I get that, and social media. Again, another social
Is that what
media
they're calling
focus.
it now? The manosphere? Or...
Manosphere.
Okay, whatever that means. Just call it social media.
Basically bro focused.
Oh, right, okay.
And just at this point, you can tell that the ship is sinking, and it's sinking fast. And what came after Lucky Day?
The story in the engine.
That wasn't bad.
I liked it because it was different. It was set in Nigeria, and it was. I mean, did it need some of the messaging in it? No. The whole thing. Oh, I feel at home with with these people. Because he's black and they're black and whatever. It didn't need to be said. The doctor. Has never
but he's never been black before.
Yeah, but
he's been to.
Yeah, but his home is the TARDIS, right? So.
Well, yeah, But I mean, he's never been black before, and he feels at home there, and they know him there because he's been there before. So, did he not feel comfortable before?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that didn't need to be said. Apart from that, I thought it was I liked the episode because it was different. We got to learn about the Nigerian gods basically.
Yeah.
Anansi.
No, not Nancy, but they've got a name.
Yeah. And anyway.
Yeah. What was the next story? I genuinely can't
the
remember.
Interstellar Song Contest.
Oh God. Oh right. So this is where the fucking wheels fall off.
Oh yeah. Yes. Thank you, Legion. Me and Liam, did a podcast, and he was coming in this episode gushing over the Interstellar Song Contest, and I don't know what he saw in it. I came into this taking a massive steaming dump on this episode.
Right. There are good elements and there are bad elements. The good elements are Susan.
But she wasn't you.
The bad elements...
Graham Norton?
No, Graham Norton makes everything better. Graham Norton wasn't in it.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
he was.
Yeah, he was.
He was the hologram,
when I
remember?
saw Graham Norton, that was good.
Graham Norton was good. Mm-hmm. Okay, now the bad elements was everything. There was one other good element.
Well, the story, when you think about that whole story, and I had so many show notes about the whole thing. There's so many plot holes and so many inconsistencies throughout the entirety of the Interstellar Song Contest.
Yeah. This isn't a bad thing at all, but it was a very gay episode, like the Eurovision Song Contest. It's a very, very camp competition, but I think I can't speak for homosexuals or gays, lesbians, whatever's. But I think there must have been some people at home going, well, this is just too camp even for us. However, there was one excellent element, two excellent elements. Susan, who was absolutely bloody wasted, and everybody's favourite song, Dug-a-Doo.
Thanks, I forgot about that song.
Yeah. There you go.
I did send a 8-hour loop of Dug-a-Doo to Johnny just to piss him off.
Oh, they've done a 12-hour one.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That is when Murray Gold has been interviewed about it. He's gone, I don't even know how this is blowing up so much. It's crap. Then we have the
Wish World and Reality War.
World and Reality War.
And it was obvious that Ruby was meant to be the did diarrhea, did delirium, what the fuck ever the thing was called.
Yeah, rather than that Conrad. Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
No, the baby, the delirium, did dilithium, whatever the fuck it was.
Right. So, anyways, let me add my rant here. So, episode 1, episode 2, I paid good money to go and watch it at the cinema.
Oh.
Do you know what the best thing about that cinema trip was?
Popcorn.
Everybody, the popcorn.
No, it didn't have popcorn.
Everybody taking the piss out of it when they were done.
No,
Leaving?
I think everyone was just in shock. The best thing out of that was the brownie waffle ice cream. Baskin Robbins. But no, I watched it. I went with Johnny to watch it, and we came out of that, and we were like, "What the actual flipping heck?" I don't know. I'm filtering myself now. What the actual fucking hell?
Was that?
And it was packed. The cinema was packed, and everyone was like, "Oh, we've heard these rumors. Oh no, they'd never regenerate him at the end of this. So there's going to be a wrap up. The rumor is it's going to be Billy Piper. No, they wouldn't do that. And then they regenerate Ncuti Gatwa into Billy Piper, but don't introduce Billy Piper as the Doctor. They introduce Billy Piper as Billy Piper. I can't even talk about the plot because there is no effing plot. Omega is voiced by Nick Briggs and eats the Rani.
Omega is literally
what the hell?
Omega is literally on screen for 2 minutes. A minute and a half, right?
Yeah.
Literally from first scene to being vanquished. A minute and a half. He's apparently now in the Underverse, which again gets no build-up whatsoever. What the fuck is the Underverse? Like,
Looks like a skeleton baby.
like what the hell was that about? Like, surely he was in the antimatter universe.
They kill the Rani, right? They kill the Rani, who is a really good Rani.
Yeah, really good. Like,
but
Archie
right, here is my
amazing Rani.
Archie Punjabi's fantastic. Here is my massive issue with Wish World Reality War. The Rani is a scientist.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, yes. We've talked about this. Yeah. Go.
Why the hell would the Rani be dealing with magic?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No.
Do you know the other ridiculous thing that the BBC did is prior to this episode coming out, I think a week beforehand, they uploaded best of Omega clips to the Doctor Who YouTube channels to help people get an understanding of who Omega is. And then RTD takes all of that background knowledge and just wads it in a ball and does his own thing.
Yeah. But then the best thing about that episode was the Jodie Whittaker cameo. I thought she was really good. And then we end on that stupid ass cliffhanger.
And well, no, it's not even that. It is that, but it's also the fact that like Belinda gets completely character assassinated.
Oh, yes! So the regeneration happened, and obviously she was introduced as introducing Billie Piper. Not introducing Billie Piper as the Doctor or Doctor Who, as we are used to. Just Billie Piper.
Mm-hmm. And also the whole Belinda character assassination.
Oh my god, Belinda was such a fucking waste. Belinda could have been really good. Mind you, Millie could have been really good as Ruby Sunday. We could have had a decent outcome for the two of them. But no.
Wait a minute.
Russell, hold it. Russell the fucking I'm Best Davies goes, do you know what? We've got to do some rewrites. So what we're going to do, we're going to absolutely fucking butcher this original plot that I made up in the first place and am a very intelligent man, so could have fixed if I really wanted. But no, do you know what we're going to do? Because Disney haven't come back to us yet, we're going to waste 5 extra episodes on a spin-off that nobody will watch. And then what we'll do is we'll do this Billie Piper. Who can we get into for the Doctor? Well, I mean, there won't be the Doctor. Let's get fucking Billie in. Billie will do me a favour. Bill,
just do a cameo.
Bill, will you do us a cameo? You're going to be the Doctor, but you're not going to be the Doctor. We're not going to introduce you to Doctor Who. You're just going to go, yeah, and then we're going to fuck off. And then that's going to be a massive ending, and Disney's going to love it, and they're going to chuck money at me, and they're going to make me a dinner and a statue, and it's going to be lovely. In fact, it's not just going to be lovely, it's going to be fabulous. We'll all have cake and biscuits, and it'll be fucking phenomenal. The BBC will rake in money. And then Disney went,
nah.
Well, I'm really sorry, Russell, but that ending was shit, wasn't it? I tell you what, we're gonna end here, and we're gonna tell all the fans that they're gonna be able to watch this not very good spin-off on Disney next year. But as of you can keep that. Keep that.
As of today, you still can't watch it on Disney in
you still can't watch it on Disney in the US. So they're just like, no, you can keep that in the divorce. We're ending it here. You shouldn't have pissed away all your money on something that nobody was going to watch. You should have made more Doctor Who. You could have had another Christmas special and another 2 episodes per season.
And then fucking RTD comes out and goes, we're gonna do a Christmas special.
RTD never came out with that. RTD never came out with that.
Who was it then?
Give him his due. The BBC came out and went, we've decided that there's going to be a Christmas special next year to wrap up the cliffhanger from next year. Russell has agreed to write it for us.
Yeah, but...
And then... April came around. Murray Gold. There's loads of scripts. It's going to be... It's a right Bobby Dazzler. And then it came around to the 10th of June. And... the BBC went, we've parted way with Russell T Davies and Bad Wolf. And then Russell puts an Instagram post up, and it is the cattiest, bitchiest post ever.
Yeah, but I think it's more bitchy.
Basically says, basically a big fuck you to the fans and fuck you to the BBC for firing me because, the sun shines out of my arse.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gone, no, Doctor Who's not been cancelled. It's been put out to tender. Oh, that's an industry word. Fuck off, Russell.
Yeah.
Do you know what he's done? Hold your passions. Do you know who is fucking revolving so fast in their grave that they are drilling through to the core of the fucking earth?
Verity Lambert?
No. John Nathan Turner. John Nathan Turner is in the bowels of Whovian hell going, well, do you know what? My series went out on a whimper, but I never shat all over the fans because I respected them. And you can say a lot about JNT.
Oh, yeah.
You can say a lot about that man. He was the only reason we got Doctor Who throughout the 80s.
Yeah.
Russell T Davies brought it back and then he killed it. And do you know what? We will not get Doctor Who now until I think I am at least 40.
Yeah, probably.
Really? You think it's going to go on a hiatus that long?
Yeah, because,
I think it's going on a hiatus,
because no one wants it.
Nobody wants it. It's a poison chalice.
Yeah. No one wants it.
You know,
they
keep trying to get big names.
Deadline apparently took it to four top drama producers, and they went, "Nope. Are you mad? No, literally."
Yeah. And but the thing is that the post that the BBC put up basically went, "We're going to put it out to tender, but we're going to keep all IP." Nobody is going to take that.
No,
nobody is going to go. No, we're not going to put our idea in it if all our ideas are going to be poo-pooed by the suits.
Yeah.
J. Michael Straczynski had a good plot.
Yeah. I saw his tweet. Yeah. Where is that? Sorry. Why don't you continue? Do you have it or?
I don't have the tweet. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I don't go anywhere near X.
Yeah. And also that's why apparently again this is the thing. Russell was like, don't if you're gonna promote Doctor Who, don't include me in it because X or Twitter is a hate site and I don't want to be.
He's not wrong. It is.
Oh yeah, no,
but
I get it, but yeah,
it's so.
He's so up his own ass.
We are in the wilderness years, part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So J. Michael Straczynski said, parentheses, relatively quick note to respond to the much appreciated scores of very nice notes online regarding today's news about Doctor Who. My interest and record is well established. The only real question I think the BBC very fairly asks is, would British fans be open? And so he, to an American showrunner, even one who is legally a resident of the UK under a visa that allows me to work in TV/film in the UK, I think so, but I doubt they'd just take my word for it, nor should they. The fan community would have to have their polite, constructive say. So that was his post revolving around.
And you know what I like as well in that post, in what he's saying in that post, is he's including the fans in that.
Yeah. He's not shitting all over them like Russell. Russell brought Doctor Who back, and it was a golden age of Doctor Who up until Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker. No fault on her, apart from she could have done her own research and been less of a carbon copy. The Jodie Whittaker we're getting in the Big Finish stuff is. I like this Doctor. But we're back in the wilderness years. And do you know what? I bet the people... Because the Big Finish office didn't find out about this until the announcement went live. And they are the holders of the torch of Doctor Who at the moment.
Yeah, but they always have been in my book.
Yeah.
Even when they've not... even when the stories haven't been the best. The stories have still been cut above what the TV's been doing.
We've had some duds in the past few years, but I think if they could just get on with it now, and they haven't got an office in Cardiff that they need to report to, they'll still have someone, but
hopefully it will be a next thing of, okay, let's just do our own thing. Let's just be a bit more experimental. I
genuinely, when the announcement came up, on Wednesday, I almost went, I'm done with Doctor Who. That's how impactful it was to me, because I have this series has brought me hope in the dark times.
Yeah.
And just to see it go out like that, and I don't care what Russell says, it's cancelled. They didn't cancel Doctor Who in '89.
Yeah, exactly. It is effectively cancelled. No one wants to touch it. It's not being made. It's not in the public domain. It's not being aired on TV. So therefore, it is effectively cancelled. So do not tell us that we are wrong. Go fuck yourself. Seriously.
I think it's interesting. So, because any discussion about, because AMC now has the rights to do a series, to air series 1 through Flux or whatnot, I am really curious what Disney will do. Will Disney let out of their grip
Probably
any of these things? Because again, here's the thing that I struggle with revolving around canon and continuity. Is canon and continuity, according to so many people, is stuff that is on air only. Big Finish doesn't count because, you'd have to buy it. Books don't count because you'd have to buy it, but it is on air. However, the memory TARDIS episodes are not distributed on air in America or anybody that does not have the iPlayer. So the question,
or VPN worth its salt.
Correct. So is that canon and continuity? I mean, RTD would like to say so, but again,
with the Whooniverse, the Whooniverse was brought back as this massive brand. We're going to do series, we're going to do spin-off. It's all going to be under this umbrella title. The latest Doctor Who releases on Blu-ray have the Whooniverse title at the beginning. Doctor Who the movie, the 4K thing, opens with that bloody.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Even some of the later collection ones do. And that's now going to go down by the wayside.
Well, but again, so with that in mind, Disney having the rights for it being aired anywhere else for series, the specials, and then season 1 and 2, what's that going to be? Like, how are they going to allow people to?
They're probably.
Well, no. Listen. How are you going to be able to have this open to the fans? Because again, the ownership of those episodes beforehand were HBO Max until they lost the rights, and then nobody wanted them. I was actually waiting for Disney to scoop them up. Oddly, Disney did not scoop them up, and they lay stagnant for quite some time.
Oh, it was over a year, wasn't it, that you guys weren't able to watch them?
Correct. I mean, it's great to have physical media so you can watch them whenever you want. But now they're available on AMC Plus, which is great. But I'm not going to subscribe to that because I already own them. So you have, in order for people to have all of the canon and continuity anywhere outside of the UK, you're going to have AMC plus Disney Plus, and if not, and then you also have the loose canon of the memory TARDIS episodes, which only exist in the UK. So there's all this canon and continuity that is aired, because again, canon and continuity should only exist on video media, which is free and accessible to the public. Well, it's not free accessible to the public. Where are they going to do? And the worry is, and here's the question that I posed to both of you, is there's rumors that when they bring the show back, it is going to be a hard reboot. We're talking First Doctor all over again.
I've heard this rumor as well. But then did you hear the rumors that were going around how this episode was going to end? The So Say Not Christmas special that was never written.
How is it going to end?
No,
I didn't.
It was going to end with a regeneration, but the regeneration was going to be a hard reboot. So basically, the Doctor bigenerates backwards into the First Doctor.
Oh, what? No, fuck off with that.
I mean, we didn't get this, thankfully, but they were going to get David Bradley back to play the First Doctor, and then it was going to go, whatever Doctor was in the Christmas special would just go boosh, and they'd merge, and then rather than the second Doctor, it would split the timelines, and it would be, this is the new Doctor.
No.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Do you think if AMC's got the rights for Doctor Who series 1 to 13, do you think they will pick up on the rights when it goes out to tender?
Maybe.
That's an interesting thing. Also, interesting thing about the classic series is, and I got a screenshot of this because it was on YouTube, because I do follow the Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They have, so BritBox has most every single classic episode. Well, nearly at this point in time, most all the classic episodes have been uploaded to YouTube.
Yep.
So, and it's quite interesting because, me and Liam have talked about this, and he's jumped on and be like, well, they can't do that because they'd be making money or whatnot, and it's supposed to be public licensor. But it's a smart way for the BBC to upload things, not having people to get a BritBox account, and then they get the streaming money for the embedded commercials for people.
Yes.
So
yes, so this is really interesting, because the reason why they don't like it being on BritBox is because there is only one region where the BBC now has a stake in BritBox, and that is in Australia. They don't have any. There are BBC shows on BritBox in America and BritBox in the UK, but the BBC has no stake in it, so they don't actually make any money.
I don't even see why we've got BritBox in the UK, because
classic dramas,
such as
All Creatures Great and Small.
Oh, okay. I thought that was on ITVX and whatever and things.
Yes, but do you know why it's on ITVX?
Because it's merged with BritBox, isn't it?
Because ITV owns BritBox. So if you pay for an ITV premium, you're basically getting BritBox.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay. That's weird.
It's very weird. But I get why the BBC have put it up on YouTube, and I don't see that as being a bad thing. They're making money, and they are giving the episodes to the fans abroad.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's
absolutely
fair,
nothing wrong with that. But I think Disney walked. I think Disney are so annoyed because they gave Russell was like, oh no, Disney have been great. They didn't give me any pointers. Yeah, it's because they trusted you. And then you fucked them over a barrel, Russell, and you didn't even lube them up first. And for Mickey is hurt by that. Not only in his colon.
Dude.
But honest to goodness, I think we were. I don't care what people say. Disney was a really good choice for the BBC to get in bed with. If it had been directed in a good way, and if there was a plan, that they could have done within the funding cycle. I'm sorry, they were given 25 episodes. No, they weren't. I'm telling a lie. No, they were. 3 60th anniversary specials, a Christmas special, an 8-episode season 1, Christmas special, 8-episode season 2. So that's 9, that's 18, that's 21, and then 5 more episodes, 26 episodes. And they did a spin-off. I'm sorry, no, they could have upped the seasons by 2 and given another Christmas special.
Yeah.
Rather than giving a spin-off that nobody has watched, where a man shags a fish. And do you know what? War Between the Land and Sea started off really well. I watched the first couple of episodes and I just couldn't get into it. And it takes Kate Lethbridge Stewart to quite a dark place at the end of it. I don't like being a Doctor Who fan at the moment because I'm being one of those moaning Doctor Who fans, and I love Doctor Who. And you know me, I'm normally quite a positive guy.
Yes.
When Liam was absolutely shooting the shit out of Stephen Moffat, I love Stephen Moffat, Liam. I think you owe him an apology.
I've already done that.
Well,
do
you know what?
I've already done that. You won there.
Yeah, he gave an apology back during the later Chibnall eras.
Do you know what though? Here's the thing though. Chris Chibnall, he did not kill off Doctor Who.
No.
We thought he would. But he did not kill off Doctor Who.
But it was basically going to be cancelled.
No,
No,
well,
it
yes.
would have been with.
It would
I
have-
think
it
it would
would
have been
have been.
Wilderness Years, but I think it would have been a better place to have the show come back in 2, 3, 5 years period of
Well,
time.
the original Regeneration was
Fade to Black.
Fade to Black.
And
This is well known about.
yeah, and
I think
that's the thing. Do you think it should have been Fade to Black? There?
yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I do.
yes, I do. But then again, there's no rewriting the past because people are saying, well, why don't we just go back then and do something about time and write off David Tennant and Ncuti Gatwa, because that's unfair to David Tennant and Ncuti Gatwa.
Yeah.
I think what should have happened at the end of Reality
Fade
War
to Black.
is we should have had a Fade to Black Regeneration.
Yep.
They have done Carol Ann Ford wrong
Mm-hmm.
because she's even come out and said there was a completely different ending.
Yep.
It's a sad time to be a Doctor Who
And
fan.
the amount of times that RTD has actually gaslit anybody who has come out and said either A, the truth, or B, what actually was going on, and the BBC cover-up to the whole thing. There was a tweet, and I think it was 2024, which the Radio Times, I can't remember if it was a tweet or an article or both, but the Radio Times had an article that RTD had finished writing season 3 and was working on season 4. And that was shortly around the same time that Ncuti said that they were getting ready to start
filming
shooting-
season 3.
Filming season
and
3.
that got edited
That got
out
edited.
of the
Graham Norton
Graham Norton
show.
show.
Mm-hmm.
And the massive cover-up and the denial. And then kind of like what we talked about regarding Murray Gold saying, yeah, I have the scripts. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go to it because there's 4 different versions of what is going to be going on. And I'm not sure which way I want to go to it. And to say that he's never written a Christmas thing, like he's massively lying all the time. And, I feel as though it's one of those things where you can never, can you ever truly come home again? And, I remember, I believe it was the 3 of us about 2022 or so, maybe Humphrey was there, but we were, excited that he was going to come back. He was going to shake off the timeless child and all this nonsense of the flux and all the
we
other.
were so happy.
Mm-hmm.
We were so happy. And I feel as though RTD had changed who he was as a writer. I mean, he had done, some of his, LGBTQ shows prior to Doctor Who, but he came and he made an establishment, and then because that's his focus, he went and that's what he focused on. And I know both of you have watched a lot of them and have really liked them. And he already has a show, Tiptoe, that is getting ready to air on Channel 4. But it was almost like, okay, I've made the Doctor Who successful. Now I need to reshove anything and alter, I have to change Davros because when I see, I don't want people to see a person in a wheelchair and say evil. And I'm like, that's on you for doing that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. And the fact that he came out and went, "Oh, Doctor Who's an inherently gay show," and even gay fans went, "No, it isn't.
Isn't? What do you?
It's a show for everyone." Yeah, do you know what? It's silly. It's camp. It is. We cannot deny
No.
that.
Yeah. But
But
that's part of the charm.
it is a show for
Everyone.
everyone. Doctor Who doesn't care if you're black, white, gay, straight.
Trans, whatever.
Got
like,
two
doesn't-
heads.
Doesn't,
no.
Doesn't get
Hold on. Let's go back to the whole trans thing. Right. Okay. Yasmin Finney, really good actress in The Star Beast.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell did they do with
They
her?
didn't.
Well,
Exactly.
to me, I would say
again,
they
like-
gave her some really bad lines in the Star Beast or whatnot, and I found some of those lines cringy.
Oh, the bind. Yeah. It was a bit force fed, but she was do you know what? You cannot fault her. She was a good actress who, and then like. In every, they went, oh yeah, we're bringing Yasmin Finney back, and Yasmin Finney's just there in the background making the
Just
tea.
stood
You're like,
there. Yeah. No, seriously.
she's new Polly.
Yeah. Seriously, yeah, making the coffee. I mean, do you think that is actually the tagline for the Disney era? Is such a fucking waste? Because the people that they waste in their entirety in the Disney era is just unbelievable. I mean, Caroline Ford.
And do you know what? Caroline Ford,
Varada,
Yasmin Finney,
Seisu,
even Millie Gibson.
Shooty, even Archie Punjabi.
Here's the thing,
again,
though.
such a fucking waste. Again, all.
Here's the thing,
really
though.
good
Everyone's going to be
actors
like,
and actors.
not everyone, because people are already doing it. Fans are going to be like, well, this is what happens when we let America take control of the show. America didn't have control of the show.
No,
it was Russell T Davies who had creative control. Disney provided the money and not a lot else, and that's where Disney went wrong because they went, we're expecting this big spectacle. RTD did it before; he can do it now, and he didn't. And it's
and I'm sorry, but again, not to sort of get political, but not to be weird, but I can seriously see a little bit of parallels between him and Trump because he was so delusional and he had so delusions of grandeur of I'm so great, I can do this, it's not going to go wrong. It kind of did.
Give him his due. He didn't start a war with Iran.
Well, that's the only thing he didn't do.
That's the only reason the war with Iran started.
No.
They have changed the regeneration of the Doctor Who.
Wait. He didn't start a war with Iran, but he did start a war with the fan.
Yeah, very good.
Very good.
Here's a question for you. So I have a Doctor Who question, but it also is kind of... I don't know if you guys are up to date with the most recent Stargate controversy.
Yes.
I don't.
Okay.
I know it got cancelled, but why did it get cancelled?
It got commissioned.
All right. So here's what they did. So somebody, I watched a YouTube video on this. I should probably send it to you guys because it was really well done. They, according to what they did, is somebody who had worked on the Stargate, the tail end of the Stargate series back in the day, super young at the time, then transitioned over to Stargate to Atlantis. Did a whole bunch of other series, and then was approached by Amazon to bring it back and he pulled together a writer's room of fans of the show, and they sketched it all out. They had Richard Dean Anderson wasn't going to be a part of it, but he was going to be attached as an executive producer. The people that did the movie were in full support and threw their names out there to be attached to this program. I think it's Marzello or something like that, who did most of the main Stargate SG-1 series as well as the Atlantis spin-off series. He was like, I'm not going to do anything, but I give you my blessing. I would like to throw my name out support for you. They got it all together. They're getting ready to do certain things, and they canceled it. And according to it, they were canceled it because it would... And you're going to have to correct me if I'm wrong because I can't find where it had too much of appeal to fans of the series. But that was the reason why they canceled it.
Yep.
God's sake.
Yep. It's sad when you come to the world as it is, a world of media. And, there are realistically only a couple of producers in the world. There's Disney, and that encompasses your Star Wars, your Marvel, your Disney, your Pixar, your ABC, Fox, and all that jazz. You've then got Amazon, Amazon MGM, which are Lionsgate, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, your James Bond franchise. You've got Sony, which is. They're films, aren't they?
Well,
and realistically,
and one series about Nicolas Cage Spider-Man. So
apparently that's really good. I do need to watch that.
I've watched the first 4 episodes of that. That's really good.
I like the fact they've done it in black and white as well. But and look at the BBC. The BBC can't even make its own shows anymore.
No.
The BBC used to be an effing giant.
I mean, they've lost so much. Again, it's unrelated but related. They've lost so much sporting viewing as well. Like this is the first time since 1950. Is it 5? When they first got,
they've not had the Commonwealth Games, have they?
When they've got Wimbledon, they've lost Wimbledon.
No, they've got it this year.
Then it's not airing on regular TV.
No, it's Red Button.
Is it?
Yeah.
But usually that would have been like all over BBC, terrestrial or regular channels. That's not. They've lost the Commonwealth Games. They've lost out to a lot of the football, and just general other sports. Like they're just hemorrhaging money.
It's sad because the BBC's been going for so long, and it is a British icon, and people are voting with their wallets with the license fee because,
or not.
The BBC has had too many catastrophes recently. Let's be honest, it's where nonces go to die.
Yeah, completely.
And just get away with all their crimes. It's ridiculous.
It is. It is.
But
and I think it is systemic. Definitely systemic.
It is. And I just think Britain, we have no real good production companies that are known for TV anymore.
We don't have any good production, full stop. Whether that be TV companies, whether that be industry, automotive, steel, whatever. We do not have any resource to really kind of fall back on. Like we are so screwed.
So from a purely, rather than a political landscape, from a purely media-based landscape, the only thing we really do well at the moment is audio drama and radio.
Yeah.
But if the license fee is gone and the BBC goes, we won't have any good radio because I don't know if you've listened to any commercial stations recently. There is no heart.
Of course there isn't.
In commercial radio.
Yeah, there's not.
Ironically, there is heart radio though, which is pretty good. Right. But it's a sad media landscape that we're in.
It is.
And in regards to Doctor Who, I don't know what it will take to bring it back and get it back up to scratch. I do think we do need
a rest. Yeah,
we need a wilderness years.
We do, and I'm glad that Big Finish are trusted at least to take us through that. Like, Doctor Who for me has always been mainly at Big Finish anyway. I was, we were both there in the first wilderness years, getting into audio drama. I was introduced to Big Finish through a friend who's no longer sadly with us. He gave me, like I said, the first or the second Paul McGann story, with the Cybermen in Sword of Orion.
Which, that's one I heard.
Which reignited my love, for sort of Doctor Who from listening to the Patrick Troughton stuff. And got me into Doctor Who on audio in general, and I think generally audio drama.
So here's what I did on Thursday after the announcement. I was feeling a bit down and a bit sad. So I first of all had an argument with Audible because they've increased the price of credits in the UK.
Oh my god, don't even go
and
there.
Got a free credit, and then with that credit did somewhat waste it on a fully dramatized version of the Bible. I'm not religious, but I just wanted to hear what it sounds like. It's narrated by Michael York. It's lovely. But back to my point about Doctor Who, I got The Rescue, and I listened to it Thursday morning, and I enjoyed it. And when you're like, this is good. This is serialized classic Doctor Who. I've seen it on TV, but I've not heard it in this format. This works, and I miss Doctor Who being simple. And do you know what? Doctor Who always had a message, but it was never forced down your throat.
No.
And I miss that. And I do think the Wilderness Years is due. We are in the Wilderness Years Part 2 now. Whether that lasts from 2026 to 2028 or 2026 to 2036, I think it needs to be rested.
Yeah.
I think Big Finish do need to keep that candle aflame. And do you know what? If BBC Books goes down the way that it did in the 90s, flipping fantastic, because we've got some excellent stories. We've got some weird stories in the 90s, but we've got some excellent stories in the 90s.
Do you think, talking about Big Finish, do you think they will have their license extended from 2035?
I think that's 9 years in our future. I wouldn't want to complain. I don't even want to think about what I'm doing tomorrow, let alone in 9 years when I'll be 43. You'll be old and Brett will be older.
Thanks. Cheers.
You're welcome.
No, but I mean, I am glad that that we do have 9 years worth of Doctor Who at least.
Yeah, we do.
And
we have a good chunk of Tom Baker. And interestingly, Tom Baker is not retired.
I know. That got announced.
And Colin Baker's at 83 now, which is crazy.
Colin Baker is 83. Sylvester McCoy is 83.
Yeah.
Paul McGann is 45. No, he isn't. He's 65.
65.
He would have been 15 when he recorded Doctor Who the movie.
Oh, God.
No, he was, he's 65, isn't he?
Yep.
DT's 54.
God, that's scary.
Jodie's in her 40s now. Chris Eccleston's 62.
I know. Hard to believe.
Yeah. Peter Davison's 76.
Speaking of Gan, I don't know if you listened to it, Brett, but if you've not subscribed, again, podcast and a really good history podcast stuff is the Noiser podcast stuff, because he narrates a lot of the podcast that they do.
He narrates Real Dictators,
Titanic Ship of Dreams.
Titanic Ship of Dreams, which is phenomenal.
I started listening to the Titanic one. That was fun.
The Real Dictator stuff is, again, really good. Like, really,
like you
really
just think
interesting.
There are some, when you're like, wow, this is nuts. Short History of is really interesting as well. Doctor Who will probably end up with an episode of that at some point.
Yeah. But no, it's a really, really good podcast series.
Yeah,
or company. Probably some of the best stuff out there at the minute, I'd say. Considering it's only like 20 quid a year.
It's phenomenal.
They've really good production value.
They've just started one, which is
they've started
about
two
America.
actually. They've done biography and founding fathers.
History of America.
Yeah.
So the biography one's cheating because that's a short history of.
Oh, is it?
That's the episodes are taken from a short history of.
Oh, okay. I thought that was new.
It's like all their dictator focused long series are all taken from Real Dictators.
Yeah. Of course. Okay. I wasn't.
Apart from D-Day, there's a series on D-Day that's meant to be really good.
Yes. Well, it ties into. I mean, it obviously ties into the Adolf Hitler stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess Stalin. So, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, as podcasts go, Paul McGann does do well. Paul McGann is a massive history nerd.
He is. But he's just got one of those voices that you can literally just fall asleep to. Like,
yeah,
it's good. Again, very, very informative and very, very well written.
Yeah, he's not changed.
No, he hasn't.
Paul.
Well,
since
the movie, he does sound really like high, quite octaves higher, quite young. But you get him in Storm Warning, and he just sounds the same from Storm Warning to does the same with Sylvester McCoy though. He's not.
Yeah, Syl's voice hasn't changed. There's an interview on the 4K of the movie that's with Syl and Janet Fielding, and it's really, really, really interesting. Right, I'll be right back again, guys.
Okay. So one thing I'd like to, I guess we could end when he comes back is the multimedia circuit breaker thing. Yeah, I'd like to get...
Not again. Again, it's the BBC not learning.
I mean, the plus side is I don't think I'm going to get kicked out of a Facebook group like I did last time.
Well, because you already kicked out of it, so.
Exactly.
You're not going to get kicked out. But I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on? I mean, are you glad the Big Finish are the ones really trusted with the
yes,
the license
because
kind of going forward?
So I'm grateful that Big Finish has the license, and like we said previously, Big Finish is where does Doctor Who right, and I was thinking about that and we've talked about how Doctor Who always has had messages and there's always certain things, but because Big Finish is a for-profit company, they need to make sure that their messages aren't overhanded and that they just do good stories. And I think that's the difference from, I guess, a public company like the BBC or, over here in America, ABC, NBC, CBS or whatnot, is that they could possibly get away for a while at doing heavy-handed storylines. But once people start turning off, well, then they shutter the show and then they blame the fans for not watching. It's like, you made it really easy to not want to watch. And I think that's what Big Finish needs to constantly do is they can, when you peel back, as I just checked out my Big Finish app for the first time in a while, and I just barely realized I didn't download Uncharted 3 yet. And so I need to do that because that is just a fun playing in the sandbox of the Time War and some of the fallout and the inconsistencies of people's lives or lives because of what's going on in the Time War. It's just fun. Is there some messaging? Yes, there is, but it's not heavy-handed. No. And that's what Star Trek does well. That's when Doctor Who does well. That's when Stargate does well. Is when it's just a fun story. There is a message there, but you just get lost because again, we're subjected to the 24-hour news cycle, and we just want escapism.
Yeah.
And if you're going to, even if you agree or personally, or if you disagree with either what's going on in the news or whatnot, you still want to get away with it or from it. And so I feel as though Doctor Who. And, basically you could say the Chibnall era, which, we've gone over, series 11 and 12 was constantly, humanity, Earth bad, copy and repeat for most of the storylines. And then RTD kind of has these really heavy-handed stories. And then for somebody who was doing justice to the classic series, early on in 2005 and stuff like that, I feel as though it's just, I'm going to, grab Omega because the classic fans will like that, and I'm going to destroy all canon and continuity, but it's going to, there's going to be CGI and it's going to be better. And I feel as though he lost the plot.
Oh yeah.
A lot. And I think, and that's why Big Finish does Doctor Who better, is because they're a for-profit company. They can't get away with, well, we're just going to, we're going to take the Sea Devils, and they were always racist to begin with anyway, so we're going to change them because we find them, we're going to also have a storyline where Davros is no longer in a wheelchair because, I too find wheelchair people mildly evil, but, to hide my, paranoia about them, I'm going to change them so that I look like a good person. I feel as though, but that's the hard thing with comics too, is there's so many people that want to make the Red Skull mildly evil, but they worry about making him too evil because, fans and whatnot will come back and be like, wow, you made a really evil character. You must be a really evil person in real life. It's like, no. I created a fantasy story that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did.
So the Daleks, you cannot bring... I mean, the Daleks are based on the Nazis.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been what RTD would have done had he used the Daleks more, is he would have probably made them misunderstood. Well, they didn't.
I do think, though, I think we are going into a dark time for Doctor Who fans, but we have got some lights in the tunnel in the form of Big Finish.
Oh, completely.
Yes.
Yeah.
But here's my question. Here's my question for you, gentlemen. Obviously, I've not been here since 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Best Big Finish releases that you have listened to in the past 3 years?
I have not listened to a whole bunch in the past 3 years, but I will tell you, the Uncharted 8th Doctor stories, oh my word. It took me forever to get to the 8th Doctor Cass story. I let it fall by the wayside, and probably about 5-6 months ago, I started listening to it, and that I found it a shame that they got rid of, but because she's so popular currently right now, that they had to move on from the actress that was
Raki Thakra.
Yeah, but they were able to take Cass, and they had to take a pivot, but their pivot in Cass was good. And then what they've been doing with the first 2 parts, I just told Liam, I just barely realized I hadn't downloaded, or I didn't know that the Uncharted 3 was available. But Uncharted 1, 2 so far, so fantastic. It is like, this is what TV Doctor Who should be doing. If you're going to do a spin-off series, do a Time War Fallout spin-off series for the people who came into the show in 2005, and you had to understand that things just weren't working right. There's a character that constantly, everybody's kind of not sure that villain is who they are, because they change the actor of the villain, then they change the gender of the villain, because it is dealing with the fallout of this time war type of a situation. And there's a really fantastic story. I think it was in Uncharted 2, but it could be in 1, where there is this society that gets built, and there is modern art that depicts Daleks and whatnot. And I don't even want to spoil it. It is such a beautiful story, and the 8th Doctor and his son or grandson, as he's in there, it is so heartbreaking at times. I truly thought that it was a fantastic story. It had moral dilemmas, like, could you do this? What is the right move to do? Because if you do the right move, an entire world will be exterminated. If you do the right move, the entire world will never exist.
See, I've not done Uncharted. I've done Cass, but I've not done any of the Uncharted.
Either.
It is
so I will
phenomenal.
And
I may give them a listen to tonight. I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I may after this go and download them and give them a listen.
I tell you what has been good has been the War Doctor Fear the Light. That was really good. That was a really good Rani.
That's the Rani release. Now
Yes.
I am partway through episode 2 on that, and it's okay, but I don't know why the Jonathan Carley stuff. I know it's good, but it just doesn't gel with me as a person. I'm not saying it's bad. I know it. I know it's good. No, I genuinely I know it's good. Like, part of me can appreciate it, but it just doesn't. It doesn't sit with me.
Yeah.
I may re-listen to it in a later date and go, do you know what? I really misjudged this story. I tell you what has been really good for me is the I'm going to be really cheeky, and because this is my first show in 3 years, I'm going to do a couple that I've listened to. The Fourth Doctor, Ministry of Death, quite frankly, was bonkers, but I loved it. It was proper 1970s Doctor Who and Sarah Jane. Really, mad scientists, zombies. There was a killer postman, which, honest to God, there is a killer mutant postman.
Okay.
A really, really, really fun release. It's bonkers. Trying to think what else has been stood out for me. Unit Eras, genuinely marvelous. I was really worried because it's got an episode with the Vlinks in that it was just going to be garbage, and it is one of these are two releases from this year that I have absolutely loved. Hooklight. Oh my God, Hooklight from last year. I binged through that in a day.
Can't get in. I need to. I need to re-listen to that. But I couldn't
it's like
get into Hooklight.
It's like Doctor Who meets Lord of the Rings on acid, with a sneaky Eighth Doctor cameo thrown. It's been out for long enough now. I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
And it's just really, really good. And Torchwood Farewell, I really enjoyed that.
Tell you what is good, or what has been good, has been the Sontarans versus Rootans and Rootans versus Sontarans.
Yes, it has. I've been really unimpressed, and I was really looking forward to it, but I've been really unimpressed with the Second Doctor stuff.
Yeah, same. That's just been fucking trippy, and not in a good way.
But yeah, it's quite sad, isn't it?
It is.
But no, I think there have been some good releases. There are some good. I've not really listened to much Third Doctor stuff, which I liked him for a lot. I really do. But the Imposters, I've just not got round. I started it, but never got round to finishing it.
I listened to it and honestly don't remember much about it. Like, it's so forgettable.
The World War II one, I want to listen to.
Yeah, I heard good things about that one, and the other one,
the Cyberman one, was the last one.
Cyberman was really good.
Excellent.
That was really good.
Really, really good.
Not Neon Genesis. What was it called? The Quintessence.
Quintessence, yeah, really good.
That one, yeah. I'm trying to think what else was been really good recently. Oh, Planet Crinoid.
Crinoid Series 1, really good. I've not done Series 2 yet.
See, I struggled with really liking Series 1. Like, the 8th Doctor episode when he appeared, I enjoyed, but oh my word. I found that what I wanted with Planet Crinoid was some Crinoid 2.0 type of situation that they did with the Vaga plants in Dalek Empire. That's what I was hoping that they would go for. And it just was like rinse repeat with what a Crinoid is. And I'd like the twist ending to some extent.
I think they're building on that in Series 2.
They are?
I think.
Yeah, apparently so. There's so the Crinoid, I think, is absolutely terrifying as an idea. You know, it's basically a fungus that it's really creepy. But there's a really fun bit with a Crinoid in Farewell.
Is there?
Yeah. It doesn't really spoil the stories, but Tommy survives basically and is in Farewell, and he's using Crinoid seed pods to grow his tomatoes. So yeah, Yanto's like, what are you doing? He was like, I've got a business growing tomatoes in the back garden. And he was like, how many have you got? He was like, about 1,000.
Jesus Christ.
He was like, are you using a Crinoid pod to grow them? He was like,
yeah.
No. And he's like, Tommy, where is the Crinoid pod? He was like, I'm keeping it dormant. He was like, how are you keeping it dormant? He was like, I've got it in the freezer.
Got it in the freezer.
Genuinely, Farewell is such a good release. I'm sad that we're not going to have any more Torchwood until next year, and we're not going to have any Captain Jack because of. Did you see the interview with
Michael Rosenbaum?
Oh, with
Michael Rosenbaum?
Yes,
Really good.
I did.
Really good interview.
Did you see the interview with Michael Rosenbaum and Chloe Mack?
Bits.
No.
Alison Mack.
Alison Mack.
Bits of it.
That's the one.
She's been on there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Genuinely, Brett, it's about 2 hours long, but it's really good.
Yeah. I need to see that.
Yeah, you do. Honest to goodness, it's a really good release.
I like Michael Rosenbaum though. I think he's a really good interviewer.
He makes his clients feel at ease. Like the John Barrowman one. Oh my god! Oh, I just wanted to give John a hug.
I think what again the BBC did to John was just ridiculous. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely. And Noel threw him under a bus, and then got found guilty, and then has been made bankrupt because he tried to get 70 million out of The Guardian,
which is hilarious,
and lost.
Well, good.
Oh,
so there is some justice.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But no, I think So Wilderness Years 2.0, which I am kind of fine with actually. So.
Yeah, I'm fine with. And going forward, if you guys want me, I can do more podcasts.
Yes.
all right.
No, that's not even a question. Of course.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's nice to feel loved.
You have been listening to the Doctor Who Alhambra Podcast. Doctor Who is owned and trademarked by the BBC. Doctor Who Alhambra is not affiliated with the BBC or Big Finish. No infringement is intended. Visit our website at alhambrapodcast.weebly.com or email the show at alhambraaudio@gmail.com. Tweet us at Alhambra Podcast. That is ALHAMBRA Podcast. Thank you.